So here we are at the Global Women Summit in London, and I'm having next to me a brilliant woman who came all the way from Metro DC, and she's actually the regional director of the club in Metro DC. So Victoria Rader, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to be here.
Yes, it's always lovely to connect with so many people. We have more than 500 people at the summit. And actually, what is your experience in, as long as you are with Global Woman, what is this event like?
Well, I actually stepped in the middle of event. I had a event conflicting and I literally stepped off the plane, flying red eye, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, how am I going to make it?" But coming here and just first seeing friends, right? I mean, seeing
Yes.
you and getting hugs and there's
Energy.
such miraculous energy exchange in the room, whether it is palpably through women hugging women or through pouring into each other. And so it is like not something that you can necessarily do online, so
Definitely.
it's a gift. It's a gift to be here.
Thank you for being here. And I want you to tell us a bit more of the reason you were, like coming late, because it's very interesting for our audience to know what was the reason for the delay.
I actually had an amazing opportunity to attend the premiere of the movie that I was in called Zero Limits. And Zero Limits, yes.
With whom? Who is very well known?
With Joe Vitale. Joe
Yes.
Vitale is the producer of the movie, and I'm really excited about this because I think what happens is that because we don't air the journey and people see the result, very often somebody looks at a miraculous situation and says, "That's for them." It's easy for them to do it,
That's only for the
it's
few.
only for the few, or they're lucky ones, or they got a break. And the movie shows no. You're born for greatness. And
Each and every one.
each and every one. And the only block between you and being a woman with a mic at a Global Woman is flying to London, attending, getting a mic. You don't even have to have a message. You give a woman a microphone, she'll start talking, and the message will be born, right?
Even the story that she will be sharing, her journey has so much wisdom in it.
Yeah. Christina, we just published a journal. It's called Worthy Me Journal. And in it, I've collected different quotes. And something you said triggered a quote, actually. My brother wrote over 40 fictional books. And so I used one of his quotes in the journal. And it says, "One day, your story will be somebody else's survival guide."
Yes. And this is so true.
Yeah.
I think we all need other stories to remind us, in a way, who we are or who we can become. And I think that it's this. I have chills by saying so, because it's really about sharing, getting the message out there and getting the light in front of the people, so they can also kind of recognize their own light.
Yeah, very much so. I often say that you need to find and shine your light, and the second you do, bring it into the spotlight, because otherwise you're suppressing it,
Yes.
and you're falling back into darkness,
And
we're
you
not
don't
meant to
honor
do
it.
Don't own it.
Yeah. Okay, so I want your experience in the club, because you are like running the club and you are growing the club. So what's next? How it goes? What are women craving for? And what's the value of women coming together?
So we're a relatively new club, as you know, and haven't gained a lot of experience in terms of widths, but gained a lot of experience in terms of depth. Because what we did after the very first meeting, I've asked women, I said, "Give me 3 things that worked, and we'll keep them, and tell me 1 thing that you would change." And so our second meeting looked very little like our first meeting because it was so drastically improved.
Wow.
And I think this is what I love about this community. You don't have to compete and be the brightest, the smartest, the most capable. We get to complete. I actually say If you take love, letter L, out of completing, that's when you get to be competing.
Complete. Oh my God, yes. This is very, this is wow. Wow. And I think that definitely women are fed up with competing each other and, you know, like comparing even to each other. And it's about time they collaborate with each other.
And we do love. We do. Here's cheers.
Cheers. Of course. And I think, you know, like modeling, for the directors particularly, modeling that kind of vibe and openness and gratitude and vulnerability as well. You know, what you did, like asking people for feedback, is not the usual way it's done, you know? And I think that people need to have a voice. You know, it's not only about giving them the microphone, but it's giving them the attention to what they have to say.
And meaning it, mean it. I just had a very interesting discussion with somebody, and they said, sometimes it feels like people just won't answer the question. And I say, well, if you ask a question to receive a certain answer, that's not asking a question, that's manipulating.
It is. It is.
And so I think
You're setting expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you are, what I find is that if you're genuinely curious, you cannot ask a wrong question because the person responds to your interest.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are open to receive whatever that is.
Yes.
Not whatever you are expecting to receive. Okay. And I would like also you came off the stage and what your panel was about. What did you share? And tell me more a bit about that and about the audience reaction.
So the panel actually is the investor panel, and that is how can a founder get financing for their dream. And I have to say, I was so excited to be asked to moderate this panel because I built my business from scratch with zero investments, with no loans. And it was, you can only do what you have earned to do. Now, granted, I've learned a lot of skills that are irreplaceable, and I have zero fear of ever losing anything because I can rebuild it so quickly. But the drawback is that it took so much longer because it had to be my sweat, tears, and every single dollar versus being wise and knowing how to lean and have somebody else share the vision. And so I was thrilled to do the panel for somebody who is me 20 years ago and say there is a better way. And if I were doing it differently, this is probably how I do it.
So it's about sharing the wisdom that you gain along the journey, like which was, let's say, longer, more pumpy, you know? Yes. But at the same time, what is the feeling of being able to share with other people your own, I will not say failures and setbacks, the journey that it entails all of it? How important is for women to, step into the power and share authentically their wisdom, their message, whatever that is?
I think it's both nourishing and healing at the same time. I think as we rely on each other, we grow, we heal, we expand, and we thrive ultimately.
Do we kind of heal through sharing? What's the power of sharing?
I believe that what happens as our business works with the laws of energy and the actual quantum field, and now they prove that what you put in the ether, what you put into the energy, has an imprint to it. And when you share something good, a person might not hear it, but they're absorbing the energy of that. And as they're absorbing the energy of that, the goodness duplicates. And so when you succeed and you share, you don't take away from your success. It becomes contagious, and then it actually comes back to you.
One way or another.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's absolutely fantastic. And I want to ask you what you will say to women that are thinking to join the club and maybe they feel less than, like not ready for it, or maybe they feel less successful or less, like connected, or any kind of less than. Is the club like a privileged only for women that are up to a certain, like status, or is it like the place to be?
It's interesting that we're celebrating 10 years, 10-year anniversary, because they, when asked when is the best time to plant a tree, the answer always is, well, 10 years ago. And the second best is today. And so the best time to have joined Global Women was 10 years ago.
Yes.
And the best time is today.
Yes.
And if you join it today, give it time to grow you.
Yes.
Give it time to grow you, right? When you put an acorn in the dirt, it won't blow into the tree, the oak tree, immediately. Give it time to grow. You will not regret it.
What does it need to grow? It needs definitely intention, attention, presence.
So it's such a great question, because very often people will come to us and they'll say, I want to grow my business. And the irony is your business can never outgrow
Who you are.
who you are or who you hire.
Oh, yes.
But to know who you hire, you also have to be who you are. And so you are the greatest cap to your business. And the faster you grow who you are, the faster your business will grow. You don't even have to have a business. You can actually come into this environment. As a matter of fact, if you don't have a business, it's a luxury, because you can be exposed to environment, to ideas where you know there's something inside of you and there's no vibrational match, there is no idea you can grab. Well, that something inside of you can come into this space and match somebody else's input. And you can not only grow the business you have, you can actually start your own business.
Wow. It's always very insightful to talk to you. Thank you so much for being with us, for being with the family of Global Women Club. And I'm hoping to see you soon, but also next year.
Oh, thank you so much, Christina. You know my deep, deep, deep love for you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
for
you.
Global Women. Yay!
Of course.